My name is Malcolm Mobley. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I'm 25 years old, and I've been working for Code Tenderloin since 2019.
How would you describe the workplace environment at Code Tenderloin?
It's different. It's different every day. I would say the workplace environment is it's pretty. It's a good kind of hectic. What I'd say is like good chaos. There's always something going on, like smaller things around, like the big projects, someone coming into the office that needs help, getting signed up for work or getting signed up for some initiative we have going on. Or it's a day in the park. We're doing like an event. It could be, the thing about nonprofit work, it could be like literally anything. So it's different all the time.
The Night Navigator started in October of 23, and we started doing outreach between the hours of 7 p.m. and 3:30 a.m. in the morning for that gap of services in this community. And so a lot of people still wanted help. So we started connecting those folks to case management the next day for services, and then eventually that evolved into connecting people to in-person, on-the-spot telehealth calls with providers for opiate use disorder medications, and then next day connection to shelter placements or a treatment program placement. So that's what the Night Navigators do.
Although we're a workforce development organization mainly, we actually, I think a very important part is that we outreach to the community. So the focus might be on getting people eventually to where they can feel they can work and live a meaningful life. But it all starts with actually going out there and meeting with people where they're at, and to give them some sense of hope, that give them respect, a sense of acknowledging them as people. That's important. If you're out there and you're feeling alone, just having somebody come up and say hi and how are you doing can be very important, I think. So that's a main thing that we do here. I don't do it personally, but I see it's critical, making those connections out on the street to really see how what people are dealing with.
For nonprofits, specifically in the Tenderloin, where there is such a high population of homeless people, how do you think it compares in the Tenderloin with a nonprofit versus in other neighborhoods in San Francisco?
The profile of the person that a nonprofit is trying to, impact or make a difference, you just open your door in the Tenderloin and it's right there. You know what I mean? Whereas other nonprofits that maybe aren't based in the Tenderloin, it is a little different, because you can walk out the door, you can walk down your block, and you may not see the beneficiary of that nonprofit's work. Whereas if you're in the T as a nonprofit, again, you see it.
Good afternoon. Can I have you state your first and last name, please?
Sure. Michael Vaughn.
Okay. Can you tell me which organization you work for?
I work for Boys and Girls Clubs at San Francisco, specifically our Tenderloin Clubhouse.
How do you think hiring people who receive services from nonprofits and then they go on to become employed at those same nonprofits, how do you think that works for nonprofits' storytelling and networking?
I think it just shows that the resources work, right? When you're able to hire someone that received those services, that's proof of concept. When someone comes to an organization to receive specific services, you also got to prove that those services are needed and that those services are going to help this young person or help the person getting services do something amazing in life. And I couldn't imagine too many experiences that is better than hiring the people who receive the services, right? Again, it's proof of concept that it shows why you exist and why you are so good at what you do.
Right.
Hi, my name is Jaywani Mathis.
Hi, my name is Aaliyah Williams.
Can you both tell me your age and where you're from?
Yes, I'm 21 years old and I'm from San Francisco, California.
I'm 22 years old and I'm from San Francisco, California.
Can you tell me your position at Tenderloin?
Youth case manager.
We're both youth case managers. I'm
Yeah.
also a youth case manager.
And how long have you been working at Tenderloin?
It's a year now, actually.
Yeah,
It's been
a year for her. I've been working here for almost 2 years now. I started off as an ambassador and now I'm a case manager for the youth.
As young individuals, has Tenderloin given you a starting place to reach for a career? Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say.
I would say yes. Tenderloin kind of prides themselves on being a stepping stone for your career. Like, so they want you to come in and for you to learn as much as you possibly can and use them to further gravitate yourself to where you want to be in life. So just a simple conversation with our higher ups they'll make a what's the word I'm looking for? They'll make a career goal basically, and then you'll just have to meet these things and they'll be able to help you with those type of things. I've seen it happen. Yeah, it's really good too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that an aspect of their business model as well?
Helping others propel themselves.
Yeah, helping others grow and then utilizing their skills to help bring other people in and recruit other interns and youth case managers.
Yes, I feel like that's a lot of what Tenderloin does. It's all about helping people grow, phasing them out, and then bringing new people in, and it's just a cycle of further helping the Black community just keep rising, basically.
Can you tell me briefly how you founded Tenderloin?
Well, I saw was a need for workforce development, which we have a lot of people in our community standing around that are healthy and able to go to work but don't know how to do it, don't know how to get started in it. So I started Tenderloin so we would have a resource for people that wanted to get off the streets or get out and sleeping on someone's sofa to where they'll be independent and economically stable.
Can you tell me a little bit about Tenderloin's motto for meeting people where they're at and how you came up with that?
Well, the fact that, I didn't want to be in a situation where someone would say to me or someone else on my staff, brother, you don't know what I'm going through. I want to be able to say, yes, I know what you're going through because I've been there. I want my staff to be able to say, my sister, I've been there. I know what you're going through.
Thank you. How does Tenderloin meet people where they're at?
Well, we visit them in their tents, their cars, on the street, in the emergency room, in the church, in the lobby of the jail. We meet them wherever they are.
Can you tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do at Glide?
Wow, I never thought like that. Okay, well, I'm a community ambassador here at the Glide Foundation, and we do a lot of community outreach here. We help people unhoused, many. We help them get housing, shelter, temporary shelter, detox facilities, get them in drug treatment programs, facilitate getting them document ready to interact with the rest of the city services, because most of the time you can't just walk up with a name and a birthday and actually be able to plug into the resources out there. So you have to really have most of your clients. So I interact with most of the people out here on that level and on a daily basis. Also, most of the people out here that I see are not necessarily using drugs here in the Tenderloin, even though that's what everybody see. But I believe that the common denominator out here is mental illness. In order for them to necessarily believe you or think that you can help or be willing to help or that you're in a position to help, they have to see you enough. So you have to develop some community currency, some community equity.
Do you think you could speak a little bit more to nonprofits having to kind of pick up the slack of where the city isn't able to provide certain things for people? Like people have a hard time with housing and stuff, so there are nonprofits that people can get resources to. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, San Francisco is just a really large city, and some of the needs like housing, food security, again, after school support, some of those needs can be just really, really large. And, I think it's been really great to have nonprofits that can support with those things. Not just because of the need for more people to do that kind of work, but a lot of the time it's the nonprofits that hold the relationships, right? There's a level of trust that a lot of different nonprofits already have, and our ability to utilize that trust and then utilize the resources we have to help that family gain resources is important.
How does Glide provide culturally sensitive care to the people that they're helping?
I believe that is done through the people that they employ, right? Everybody on my team is different, meaning, and I think all of them have a different experience or a different background. So it's almost like I feel like I'm working with super friends, because now for all of the people that I'm not able to interact with, there's somebody on my team that has a skill that would allow them, to get them in. So I feel almost like very powerful because of that. Glide is not a one-sided place. I get a chance to work with a lot of different people that I don't think I would ever be around if I didn't work here. So it does, I'll tell you, it helps me. It helps me in my daily life. As a result of working here, I don't want to say it like that, but man, it made me a better person. This particular skill set of me having understanding for people like this that I live to get is my talent.
Do you think?
I don't have to work at this. Excuse me?
Yes. Oh, I was just gonna say, do you think that gives a purpose to all of the trials and tribulations you've had in your life? Does it make it to some extent worth it?
I like who I am. Yes, because I like who I am. I like where I'm at. I like the metal of my character. The strength of my understanding. And like I said, it made me feel like I have a legitimate skill set though, because I'm actually able to come to work and help people, and it's the people that actually appreciate it. So to do something that somebody legitimately appreciates, it's a grand feeling to be able to help people, man. Come on, man. And people who really need it. So yeah, I think that that's the best part. Me coming here every day, working with Glide, has helped me personally be a better person. Yes.
Thank you so much.